I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on GBN, we're exploring a powerful and inspiring mental health book written especially for teenagers and young adults navigating stress, anxiety, and self-identity. The name of the book, Real You, Real Feelings, an inspiring tale of authenticity and calmness. It delivers relatable storytelling and practical insight that speaks directly to today's youth, facing academic pressure, social media stress, and emotional overload. It is written by physician and pastor Dr. T.J. Dabiri, MD, and this book is a timely guide to resilience, calmness, and living authentically in a demanding world. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today. We thank the team at Atticus Publishing for helping us put him on TV today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. Doctor, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. This book is great. It's really reads like a novel, and of course it is a novel, but it has real world information and insights for young people in it. Why did you choose to craft this in prose as opposed to a self-help guide?
Yes, I look at every other book out there concerning regarding mental health for teenagers. I realize that some of the available books is either is a clinical, is too long, and I just want to get something that they will be able to relate with, something relatable at their own level, so that they will not feel, down about the fact that mental health is a mystery. So I wanted to demystify mental health. That's why I decided to write it in this format.
Yeah, and it's very effective because I think a lot of people will see themselves through the eyes of Alex, who's having trouble navigating his world in this very, very difficult world for young people today. It's different than when you and I were growing up. The digital age has been a game changer in many ways for the good, but in many ways for the bad, especially when it comes to mental health. Tell us the challenges that are unique to this generation.
Yes, very important. The social media particularly has a positive side, has a negative side. The negative side of it, especially for teenagers at their age growing, is the fact that there is fake lifestyle. They tend to compare themselves with their peers on the social media. They see this, oh, why is this happening for this person? It's not happening in my own life. They feel so tired. They feel intimidated by their peers, by their colleagues. At the end of it all, they start to withdraw from themselves. They feel, I am not able to achieve anything in life. That is in itself is an onset of depression. They feel anxious, they feel nervous. And when they get in the midst of their colleagues that showcasing themselves on the internet, they realize that they cannot even fit in.
Yeah.
So that is one of the banes of social media in this generation.
Exactly. People only post what's good and great about their lives, and a lot of it is actually contrived. So you're not actually even seeing an authentic person when you're looking at somebody through the lens of social media. Talk to us about authenticity and why it's such a critical theme for young people today.
It's very important to know that what they are going through, they are not alone. They need to be real. They need to be themselves. You don't need to compare yourself with your peers. You don't need to compare yourself with your colleagues. You have to define who you are and be authentic, be real to yourself. That is very, very important because we see this day and age that the teenager, they want to belong. And when they want to belong, they can do anything to get into the mold. They want to be like that other person that's making names out there. It's very, very vital that they know that they are created and they are unique in their own way, and they need to be who they are without any bias whatsoever, without feeling of low self-esteem.
Exactly. People are not bragging about all of their shortcomings and all of the job offers and all of the school applications that they didn't get. So people do really see just a rosy picture, and it's very, very destructive. And people feel like, as you say, why isn't that me? Why isn't that my life? Why isn't that happening to me? Why don't I feel that way at a party? So it's very, very important. What mental health challenges do you see most often in young people today?
Well, anxiety and depression, actually, they go at par. For example, in statistics up to 2023, stated that about 5.3 million of teenagers between 12 to 17 in this country are diagnosed with mental health issue, depression, anxiety. And out of it all, that is about 1 in 5 young teenagers. Now, it's very vital. In my own profession, I'm a gynecologist, I'm a professor of gynecology, but I see teenage young ones getting pregnant coming to see me. I see those with gynecology challenges. And when you probe into them, you realize that there is more to what they are going through. And their mind is being so disrupted in such a way that you have to try to probe to help them. So depression is very real, anxiety is very real. And this has to do with expectations, the society expectation from school, their academic expectation even from their parents at times. So this, in a sense, tend to weigh them down in such a way that they feel they are no good. And with that, they want someone that want to take their life. Let me tell you one thing. This story actually started with my own life several years ago. And during the season of COVID, I realized my daughter, who is now 25, was going in the same direction. So that prompted me to act fast. And this is what actually prompted me, motivated me to start writing this book. I started about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just to help the young ones and the youth out there.
Yeah, the COVID pandemic was devastating for young people. They were disconnected from their peers, they were disconnected from school, and it was a stagnant time in their lives. And I do feel the repercussions from that year or so of lockdown is still being felt today in young people. When should teens go and get help? When should they recognize that the issues that they're dealing with are issues that need to be grappled with the help of a professional?
Yes, as soon as possible. Listen, it starts subtly in such a way that poor sleep, start feeling very anxious. They realize that the things they used to like, they don't like them anymore. They disconnect between if you like playing guitar and all of a sudden you can't play anymore. School feel burdened, feel heavy, and you are not concentrating in studies anymore, and you start seeing your grades going down. To answer your question, as soon as they realize something is wrong somewhere, they need to seek for help. Help can be from your parents, help can be from your guidance and counselor in school, help can be from your colleague or a mentor, a pastor.
Yeah.
Help is very, very important because you cannot carry this alone. You need somebody who can hold your hands, somebody that you can trust, that can hold your hands and help you navigate through these conditions. It's a very terrible condition that needs to be identified as early as possible.
Exactly. Agreed, because the ramifications of this, whether it's illicit drug use that could lead to their death or outright suicide, are very, very real. We see it all the time, all the time. Everybody knows somebody who knows somebody right now who lost a young person to drug use or suicide.
Exactly.
And that needs to stop, and this book is a great start. You are both a physician and a pastor. Talk to us about the importance of faith in dealing with the stress of this modern world.
Yes, faith is very, very vital. I believe, my belief is we have a God. We're made in his image. And you have to believe, have faith in him in such a way that he will hold your hands and support you in every way.
Yeah.
Faith is very important. It will improve your mindset, number one, getting to know the word, trusting in him will guide you day by day. This life itself is a journey. And this life itself is such a journey in such a way that it is not so easy. But you need a supernatural power that will guide you, that will help you, that will direct you on a daily basis. Listen, man can fail, but God cannot fail you. So you have to trust in that supernatural power to help you and guide you so that you'll be able to navigate through this life in such a way that you end up fulfilling your purpose and your destiny on this earth.
Absolutely. I believe, I'm a Christian, and I believe if you follow the example of Jesus, navigating this life is so much easier
Yes, sir.
because a peace and tranquility will overcome you. You can't imagine Jesus in 2026 posting selfies on the internet, perhaps an inspiring message, but
Exactly.
certainly not being boastful about his circumstances. And I think that's what we live in a society of braggarts where people are taking pictures like this all the time where you can't see outside of the frame. Chaos might be reigning. So people are getting a distorted view. Very hard for introverted people in this society today. Talk to us about how introverts struggle during or in extroverted environments.
Yes, very, very difficult for them. Those introverted, the mind is a stronghold. And that is where the attack starts from. And if you keep things to yourself over a long period of time, it's just like a kettle that has been, boiling water. You put the boiling water in the kettle. It gets to a point that it will explode in such a way that it will, it will be too late. So introverts are more prone to developing mental health because they don't want to discuss their issue with people. They don't want to seek for help early. They don't want to speak to their guardian counselor. With that, they hold so much to themselves. And that is very devastating. Unlike the extroverts, they talk, they are jovial, they are lively. And when they start holding back, you want to see that, yes, something is going on with this person. Unlike the introvert, that this is who the person is, and all of a sudden continue to go down without revealing to the whole world. Parents may not even know, as an introvert, you may not even know that your daughter or your child is going through that kind of circumstances. So very, very important. Introverts are more prone to developing mental issues than those that are extroverted.
Absolutely. Very, very fascinating. I never thought of that before. But yeah, they're hiding behind a wall of muted emotions.
Exactly.
So if their emotions are muted inside as well, you really can't tell. Johnny always looks kind of sad. Johnny always looks kind of sleepy. Johnny is always quiet. And they might be actually calling out for help in their quiet way. So you have to know your own child very, very well. And this book will help the children themselves recognize traits and problems within their own lives. Talk to us before we go about calmness. It's important in your long-term emotional well-being.
Yes. You have to build sanctuary, your inner sanctuary. It's a kind of self-awareness. You have to be aware of who you are, number one. The key message here is that healing begins small, gentle care from inside. Knowing who you are is very, very vital, and is a small step at a time. Self-awareness is the key for getting to know when situations start changing, for getting to know when issues of life start affecting you. You need to pause at times, relax, and hold back, and know that you are not a failure. Hold back and know that issues of life is common to everybody, and you are not unique. People are going through it, and as they go through it, you also will survive it. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me ask you this. When a young person or a teenager is done reading this book, what's the message that you hope is left with them?
The message here is that I feel, number one, they are able to relate with this book in such a way that they have understanding. Then also to know that they are not alone. They are not alone in such a way that they know that they are unique in their own way. They need not to compare themselves to other people. The message is to tell you that, yes, You are who you are just by the grace of God, and you can build resilience in every circumstances of life. What that means is that the resilience is like a rubber band. No matter how you pull it, when you release it, it will bounce back. You can always bounce back, no matter how far you've gone in life. You can always bounce back to become who God has made you to be. You have to realize that, very, very important, by taking small step at a time, identify who you are, and day by day seek help of people around you when you notice those challenges, and don't subject yourself to peer pressure. So these are messages that I want them to take away from this book, to know that, yes, you are not alone. The journey of your life is just being written. It's a continuous process. And the life itself is a continuous process. And you cannot give up at this time on yourself, on your parents, on your God. That's the message that I want them to take out of this.
Absolutely. It's a great message. It's an important message. It's a powerful message. And it's a very real message. Life is a comeback story. You know, and nobody's path is like this. You know, everybody's path is like this and like this. So it's like climbing mountains. You know, you're going to get to peaks, but there are also going to be valleys in your life as well.
Exactly.
And once you realize that, and you know, all you got to do is pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. You'll be a lot better off mentally. And I think this is a great message that you're spreading to young people, parents, and of course, beyond. Anyone would enjoy reading this book. It's written like a beautiful novel. The prose is sensational. The name of the book is Real You, Real Feelings, an inspiring tale of authenticity and calmness. If you or a young person in your life is searching for clarity, calm, and confidence during challenging years, this book is an essential read. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate your time, your insight, the wonderful work you've done on this book as well. To
Thank
the
you.
folks at home, absolutely. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford for the Global Book Network. So long for now.